day number 3 on this. This is day 3, night 3, whatever you want to call it. I've been working at the night, but we were here. Spent 10 hours working on it yesterday, 6 hours I think the day before, and we'll see what it takes today. It's definitely pretty late. I'm hoping to put some hours in. We got a couple stupid things to take care of, but we're gonna do what we can to get this motor buttoned up, sealed up, and hammered out. So let me show you guys. This is pretty cool. I like this. We got it flipped over on the engine stand, the red pistons. So if you guys have seen these, they got a coating on them of some sort. It's pretty cool. MMR did it in red, you know, since their color is red basically. I think I've seen one other engine like this, and that was the engine from It's Just a 6, did his engine that he bought from a guy, had these same red pistons. The difference between that engine and this engine is displacement and I think cams. This engine's definitely a bigger engine in displacement, and I don't know the rods that he has, but this is a very capable engine horsepower wise. Really strong, really good. It's gonna make some good power NA. I'm pretty excited to see what it does. I'm excited to be able to show you guys. I don't know when this video is gonna come out, like I said, because my customer does not want specs and stuff put out on it just yet. We're gonna get rolling on it. I did find the oil cooler is different. For whatever reason, this style oil cooler will not fit. It is that's what it looks like on the bottom. I don't know, nothing too crazy, but that's a typical cooler 2-port. It needs to have, for this setup, if we come over here, it's upside down. So these are the 2 ports that are typically separated. This one is an extra one, and it just goes right to there. So it's basically a crankcase, or, you know, if you look, you can see the light, and then I put my finger over it, blocks light. So it just, that's a drain back basically. I'm assuming the new one may have some sort of pressure relief valve that'll blow it right back into there or something, but I don't know. So once we get that figured out, we'll be good. But I think we got pretty much everything else to get rolling on it. We're gonna get the pickup tube put in, oil pan, rear cover I wanna get on, front cover I wanna get on. So the first thing I need to do is I need to get these dang dowels in here so we can get it on. We got our O-ring on our tube, so we are gonna get it on. You can see we got our stud there. All right guys, so we got it on. I was missing this extender dicky-doo because I got it in, I was looking at it, I was like, that's way too far off. So I forgot it was on the old motor. We went ahead and got it on, got that guy on. We got our oil pan too, if you guys check it out, really clean, cleaned up really nice. There was a lot of crap in it. I let it soak overnight and I think it came out really good. So we're gonna go ahead and get it on here. And when you put the oil pan on, we don't need silicone anywhere on the pan. It's just gonna be this back corner where it meets the timing cover. And then we come around to the front, and it's gonna be the same where we get that corner up in there, and again where it meets right there. So we'll get all those corners also on the timing cover where it meets the cylinder head. The block meets the cylinder head, I should say. That's where we'll get some silicones, but we're gonna get the pan on. Looking good, let's get the bolts for it. Looking pretty good, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get these dowels right here and here put in. Last time to get them in, I had to heat the block because they're really tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my torch. We're gonna warm this up and then tap them in. There we go, got one in, my torch died. Gotta put some more butanes in it. There we go. So we can see that dowel there. She's poking through in her home. And same for this one over here. It's a little more difficult to see. It's in the back there, but it is in. And the battery is gonna die. So I'm gonna get some bolts in and we're gonna get started. All right guys, set my first bolt in. Got my box with my other bolts. I'm just gonna start them in. So there we go guys, we got all of those torqued down to the proper spec, so they're good to go. And we're gonna go ahead and put the bottom bolts in the timing cover through the oil pan. These guys down here. So we're gonna stick those guys in, get them torqued, and after we get those torqued, we'll be good. So it's been a little bit since where I left off filming. We're back with the Mustang. Let me show you where we're at, because it's been quite a big jump. But I was on vacation, gone for a week, 7 days, had a blast with the family in Florida, in Clearwater, so that was really cool. We all stayed in the same house. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. My first time in Florida, very cool. So, but yeah, let's show the car. Let me show you where we're at. So here it is. We got it pretty much in. I don't have the nitrous connected yet. I have the throttle body plugs capped off right there. There's some rubber caps on them just so there's no vacuum leak. I think everything else is pretty much there. MAF's in. See our intake's in. It's got oil in it. Don't have coolant in it. Also have this line off. I just want to see if it'll fire. I could put that on and put coolant in it if I wanted to, and that may be what we do, but I just always like to make sure they fire and don't give me any problems before I put coolant in, because I've had it bite me in the butt where I gotta go pull it all apart, drain the coolant, and it's just another hassle. So we're gonna hopefully have a good start. We got the charger on this new battery and we are flashing the tune-up in it as we speak. It's at what, 50% you can see, so tune-up is being flashed. And as soon as we're done with that tune-up, we are gonna try and start it. So I'm gonna just set you guys on my toolbox. If I can't get Owen over here to just do a little videotaping right there, there's a little head, see that? So if he can't videotape for me, I'll set you on the box. We'll try and get a first startup. Some of these first startups are ugly. Oh, and by the way, it's not gonna be a first startup, it's gonna be a first crank up. But I wanted to flash the tune-up just to make sure that was good first. And then we're gonna crank it. I have the injectors disconnected. So every single injector is disconnected. I don't want any fuel going in, sparks okay. And after we do that, I want to check the oil level again just to make sure it's good. These will store some oil on the cylinder heads. I did put it just above the full mark to the second or top dot. We'll see what it does, but we're just waiting on the tune-up to flash and I'll get back with you guys as soon as that's done. Okay, tune has been complete, successful, turn key off. So we're gonna do what it says, turn key off. As it bump down here, we're gonna hit done. So it should be good. So now we should be able to crank it and hopefully have it fire. So I'm gonna give the camera to Owen and I'm just gonna let him crank it, or not crank it, I'm gonna let him videotape while we crank it, just to make sure nothing crazy happens.
That sounded good. That definitely sounded mechanical. Should I stop?
No, you
keep rolling. Just do that first reaction.
Forced to making a clicking noise.
Do it again.
Alright, so I'm gonna have Owen crank it for me while I'm out here so I can try and listen to it, see what it is. Alright guys, we're gonna see if it'll fire. See what it does. Hopefully nothing bad. Alright you guys, that is it for today. We got the car running. It's all good. It's ready for tomorrow. We got the oil checked. Good. Coolant level's good. It's a little full, but I want to get it on the dyno, get it warm, get it hot. May spew a little out of the overflow or the radiator cap, but I want to just make sure that we got enough in there. We can always take some out of it. And I think that's really pretty much it, guys. We got this car ready to rock and roll. We're going to head to the dyno tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to go with him. Just as a favor, just to make sure everything goes right. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed everything goes right, and it's gonna be basically a break-in tune, so it's not really gonna be anything crazy. I don't know if he's even gonna make a hit or whack it or anything. I think he just wants to verify, clean up some of the short-term fuel trim stuff, get it to where it'll drive around good, send him on his way, let him break it in, and then after that, come back and turn it up and do all that good stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the dyno video.
The closer you got to me, the faster I try to leave. Like a mirage, like a mirage. The stars that you don't like me, on my own time empty. Like a mirage, like a mirage.
Alright you guys, well that's it for this video. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you're wondering what the clicking noise was, I didn't put it in there. I wanted you guys to see it and hopefully, you know, explain it to you guys here at the end. The clicking was the tensioner. So that's what we were hearing, the tensioners, and as soon as the car ran, built up oil pressure, boom, all that noise went away and it was perfect. Now, this is another reason why if you read your sticker on the MMR short blocks or long blocks or any of that, they will tell you not to crank these trying to build oil pressure with the starter. They say to just start them right away. The reason is the more clicks and bangs that it has like that, the more or the higher the chance of it skipping a tooth and then your timing being off, creating more problems. So it's always a good idea to fire it up. That's what I thought it was. That's the only reason why I even went to go start the car. And I spun it over in between there, which you guys didn't see by hand. So I knew the motor wasn't doing anything and I could spin it and hear it fall off that and smack that tensioner. So I knew what it was, and that's why we went to crank it and fired it up. But wanted to let you guys know and tell you guys that I actually followed and stayed to the end of this video. Also, that car went on the dyno, just got some cleanup tuning done, and that's pretty much it. He is, I think, eventually gonna go back on the dyno. He's debating going back to the variable cam timing. So I think it's a good idea that he goes back to variable cam timing. It allows the tuner to manipulate all that stuff and find the perfect flow for the engine, so we can really manipulate the cams and get the engine to move as much air as it possibly can. So I think and hope he does that. And also there was something with the timing being off slightly. I think one of the cams was degreed. He told me, I forget the exact amount, he'd logged it and it was a degree or two off, maybe 3, which isn't that big of a deal, but supposedly he also said there's another guy with the same engine that has 20 degrees advance on the cam, and this one's at 0 at the same point, so it topped at center. So I'm not quite sure what it's going to end up doing or what Groves is going to end up doing since he's tuning it, if he's going to go that way. But as soon as he lets me know, hopefully I can go videotape that, show you guys what it makes, and show you the, you know, improvement that he found from doing that. Maybe you guys can, you know, use that in your builds later on. But again, as always, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. but it's time for you to get the heck out of here.